It's all about the politics of gold, but we want to look at the wider discussion, which is about the behavior of the political class. And all this is put into perspective by comment from Eldred. He tweets, or he's messaged in, and I quote, "It has always been observed that great leaders emerge during times of crisis. Our politicians have all trooped to their cocoons of convenience. For sure, the grass is too short for them to hide from keen Kenyans. Why take sides on an issue under investigation? Shame." That's a question posed by comment from Eldred. I'll allow my guests to respond to that. Let me introduce them right now to you. We have Honorable John Mbadi, Minority Leader in the National Assembly. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
And right next to him is the Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei. Welcome to the program as well.
Thank you.
My first question to you, let me start with you, Honorable Mbadi. Picking up from where comment from Eldred has just messaged in, the question of the conduct of the political class, before we even get into matters gold, a political class that many Kenyans expected to have matured at a time like this. But what do we see? Insults on social media, at rallies, protecting their own. Does that concern you?
Yeah, it does. It does concern me.
It does concern you?
Yes.
And as a member of the political class, is there something you want to do about that?
Is it just about political class or all Kenyans? Because the people who insult each other in the social media are not just politicians alone.
Okay, but I have the two of you here tonight. And so that's why I want to get your particular view on this. Do you think it's something that you need to discuss in your party, that the political class needs to have a discussion on as well?
We discuss it a lot.
And resolve?
The result is we hope things will change.
You hope things will change. Honorable Cherargei, what are your thoughts on this?
I think Kenyans have a right sometimes to be outrageous, but people normally cross the line. But of course, as a political class, we are normally concerned because some of the issues sometimes they raise need our urgent attention. And I think in leadership, as a minority leader said, is that we always hope for the best, because even there is Napoleon said, leaders are dealers of hope.
Leaders are dealers of hope.
Yes.
But the citizens are not getting that hope. You've heard the messages that I've read here. They are talking about the politicization of everything, and they are concerned.
Of course, they are rightful to concern, because they gave us the power and did elect us. And I think we are trying what we can to address some of these issues. But even those issues should be raised, should not be translated to insults or trashing political class simply because it is easy to do so.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's get into the politics of gold. Now that you've both clearly stated that that's something that's of concern that we should be looking at. The talk right now, and if you looked at the front pages of one of the papers today, talk of plans to impeach CS Matiang'i. Have you heard of such talk in the party that you come from?
I have not heard that talk. It is as fake as the gold in question.
Not now, not in the future?
Not anywhere, because even our leader of majority in the National Assembly has spoken, and it is Jubilee that have numbers. Those are just diversionary tactics.
Diversionary tactics.
It is a creation and imaginary, because no one has ever discussed on how to impeach. From the party where I sit, our position was communicated clearly today by the leader of majority, Aden Duale, and those are diversionary tactics that do not hold water. And I think the leader of minority...
They actually came from him,
yes,
so
yes,
are you
yes.
accusing him of
course,
peddling diversionary tactics?
Those were just diversionary tactics. They don't hold water, they can't be substantiated, because as Jubilee, where Matiang'i is serving in the government that is under Jubilee Party, there is no discussion or communication or any intention of impeaching Matiang'i, and it is just hot air that do not hold water. And those are just diversionary tactics. Let us concentrate on the main issue. Let us concentrate on the main issue.
Yes. Honorable Mbadi, concentrate on the main issue. But you made some strong statements, and as the minority leader, they cannot be taken lightly.
Yes, actually, Wahega, that is where I want to begin. That as a minority leader, I have a responsibility. I'm part and parcel of the leadership of the National Assembly. Part of my job is to protect the integrity of the National Assembly in terms of discharging its duties. And one of the duties of the National Assembly is to hold to account state officers. And this must be done with objectivity, it must be done within the law, and it must be done without any partisan political interest. Any time that I get to know of any subversion of the same, I have a responsibility to the people of Kenya to make it known, to whistle blow.
Where did you get this
information? That is what I exactly
from?
did. I got it from some of them.
They willingly came over to you and told you there's a plot to impeach.
Who can talk? By the way, let me tell you, Wahiga, we talk a lot, even with people who are on the Jubilee side. And I will tell you for a fact that there was discussion, and there are 2 members of parliament who are asked actually to generate or to start this process. And I want to tell you that if Cherargei is saying it is as fake as the gold, the question I want to ask is, the deputy president, who is one of his leaders, was at a function. And in that function, one of the MPs came out very strongly to ask for Matiang'i to leave office. And he spoke after that lady, the Honorable Aisha Juma, and did not even reprimand her. This is a deputy president, an MP is speaking in front of you and saying that a cabinet secretary who is in charge of internal security of this country, or security of the country, must leave office. And then you rise to speak, and then you don't mention anything about it, and you want to tell us that it is fake, that is Mbadi who is creating. Then the following day, after I'd spoken, you saw some of the 2 MPs, I don't know how the media decided to put a name
because you had not revealed.
I did not mention the names. Not that I have a problem with the media trying to use their expertise to get the names. But they didn't deny it. In fact, they confirmed that there is a discussion to that effect. They
did not confirm. Some, I think one said no comment.
One said no comment. One said that there has been discussion, unless there was some misreporting. That there is discussion. It is at advanced stage about the impeachment of Matiang'i.
So when Honorable Duale says it's hot air, when Cherargei says it's hot air, you say it's not.
You know, let me tell you, sometimes I give this analogy, and you'll forgive me. If today, Mwahora, your wife finds you with another lady, the first reaction will be, darling, it's not what you think. Even before she tells you what she was thinking. So treat it in that direction.
Treat it in that direction. Yeah. Curiously, you speaking out for Matiang'i is strange because in the last 2 years, your party has not been very friendly to that man, the Interior CS, Dr. Fred Matiang'i. What caused this change of heart, that you're now willing to almost put your neck out there
Wahiga,
for this man? Or is it handshake politics?
Wahiga, on Monday 1st, I was very clear and categorical that I don't have issues with generating or initiating a process of removing any state officer from office, including Matiang'i. But it should be based on acts that are supported by Article 152 of the Constitution that spells out how a cabinet secretary can be asked to leave office through parliamentary process, that is through National Assembly initiating the process. I have no issues, but what I am against is where you misuse parliament for political scores. And again,
so if it was any public officer who you felt was being targeted unfairly, you would have done the same
definitely
thing.
I would.
So we can hold you to account on that.
Definitely I would. If there's really nothing special between me and Matiang'i. If anything, I will tell you that I spoke to Matiang'i last when we were in Mombasa for the leadership conference.
Let's get a quick reaction from Honorable Cherargei, because we're due for a break. Honorable Cherargei, he's made quite some allegations, rubbished everything you've said, effectively.
I think, you know, when you are so used to rumors and propaganda, it is very unfair to Kenyans, because the right channel and the communication, if the minority side has a communication to make, we will believe when the leader of minority, Mheshimiwa Mbadi, makes it. Our position has been made clear by the leader of majority, and that is Adan Duale, that those are just hot air. I don't know, maybe, I know there could be a way that some people want to use this handshake, which has done to handshake, then golden shake at the moment,
golden
to divert
shake
all these issues by trying to create a narrative in the government that there is a government A and B. Yet we know the government that we have of the day is led by President Uhuru Kenyatta and Dr. William Ruto. When you see the opposition leaders coming in the rush to defense, it is just a diversionary tactics from the questions that Kenyans were asking about the fake gold scandal, because it can't be coincidence. Because as a party, our communication has been made crystal clear. If today I talk to maybe minority side, either in the Senate and National Assembly, through maybe having tea or on the streets of or corridors of Parliament, that is not a justification that the minority sides believe so. The communication that the leader of majority and the Duale has made has been very clear, because we want we are in support of President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto to deliver on the Big Four agenda. And one of the ways is the disruptive narrative that our counterparts are trying to build up, so that they can show as if there is a division in government and somebody is being targeted.
Honorable Mbadi, I'll give you a chance to respond after this short break. You're watching JKLive. The hashtag is JKLive. I'll be taking a look at your feedback shortly. But due for a short break. This interview continues in just a bit.